Hey Sinners, Sinislove here with an all-new challenge where we're going to take each killer, try them out 20 different times, dive into their different add-ons and perk combinations, and see what's what. Watch me as I grow and learn how to play each of these killers, and after 20 matches, I'll give you my thoughts on how I think they handle. So here we go. I played Trapper 20 times, and this is what happened. We get the new Haddonfield map shortly after it came out, and I hate my life. I also hate boons. A geriatric old man with COPD hides in a bush, and I find him. As part of my anti-smoking campaign, I slash him with my machete.
Bruh.
He didn't listen, so I shoved him on a meat hook so he could think about his ways. Jake sacrifices his ankles to me in a plea for his life.
It's caught in a bear trap.
However, I ignore his begging and smack him for his ignorance. Bill has been freed, so I go to the other hook, just in time to swipe at air and miss Jill entirely. After some fancy footwork, she swoons at my feet. I choose the wrong hook here, and the survivor wiggles free because I'm bad at the game. Playing hard to get, Jill runs upstairs. The survivor makes it to this hook because I am amazing at this game and not because it's only like 8 feet away. Bill runs right at me, so I give him the business and slap him silly in this quiet neighborhood street. Immediately after being saved, he decides to gift me with his ankles. I return the favor by freeing him from this trial. The survivors show me their repair skills by lighting this generator up in my face. I reward their ingenuity by killing
Jake from State Farm.
Not wanting her to feel left out, I decide to chase Michaela and leave Jake bleeding out on the ground. She gives me the runaround, but is ultimately no match for me. A fact I remind her of as I shove her onto her first hook. Jake thinks he is slick, but I down him easily enough. I hate bones! I pass the crying man on the stairs and slash the redhead in the living room. I hook her on the same hook as her friend. It seems unsanitary, but it's probably fine. I find a Jill and slash her to ribbons as she responds by immediately running upstairs like every heroine in every horror movie ever. Jake should be more careful with sharp knives in the kitchen. Jake runs for his getaway car, but sees my trap and stares at it in wonder as he goes down. I carry my man to his hook when a wild Michaela is caught in my bear trap. I give her a love tap and Jake wiggles his way to freedom. I still hate bones, so I take my hatred out on Jake. Jill and I went on a nice date in the park, and she really fell for my charms. I can't resist a cute redhead and fell fast for Michaela. However, I need to get her a AAA plan because she seems to have lost the keys to her car. Spying my other date across the way, I chase after her to see how she feels about a throuple.
It's caught in a bear trap.
She didn't seem to like the idea and had a rather dramatic way of getting out of it. GG's, easy. Family residence. My spidey senses told me someone was here, and the sudden halt of the scratch marks told me they'd made this locker their home. Zarina was trying to fix up generators, but I couldn't just let that happen. She runs but cannot hide and eventually goes down. The next survivor I found near Shack, so I asserted my dominance by smacking a rock. Fear me! I ended up downing her after a cute little mind game, so I feel better about hitting the rock. I found Zarina again and gave her a piece of my mind. I wanted to follow her, but another friend of mine called me to hang out. They managed to escape their trap, so I went hunting instead. I'd like to take a moment to point out to survivors that we can hear you at the edge of the map. Just saying. Zarina wasn't aware that I had eyes, and when she realized it, it was too late. A lot was happening right here. Kate, Zarina, and Claudette, I just did what I had to do. With Zarina dead and Claudette out of commission, the game was turning in my favor. They managed to pop the last jet, but I caught the Claude to provide more pressure. Fortunately, Kate stepped into my trap at long last. Rather than free her, she was left on her own, so I gave her a smack across the back. A little hook and a quick thanks to the trap that finally helped me land her. I lost the footage of the one Claudette's death hook, and they managed to save Kate. But since I caught the other Claudette, we will pretend that we saw both of them. Groaning storehouse. I hit an Ash and he hit me back. A little rude, but it's okay. I broke his toy for revenge. I chased him down and let him taste my machete. Someone pulls him off hook and immediately immerses into their surroundings. I down the Ash and see it was Jeff who did the saving, so I chase him instead. Meg has a chunk taken out of her ankle, but Jeff dies, so who really has it worse? Someone is breaking my bones, so I decide to bust his balls and give him a chasey-wacy. He goes down, hook, line, and sinker. I find an injured Jeff and he performs some crazy voodoo to heal mid-chase. He punishes his own witchery by stepping into my trap. Thanks, Jeff. I reward him with basement, and Ash dies on his previous hook. Big sad. I give them room to unhook, and unhook they do. I don't remember how the Steve got injured. I think he stepped into a trap, but it doesn't matter because he's down now. I can't even hook him though because Jeff touched my stuff. Hey man, you didn't have permission. However, he hilariously ran right into the same trap as before. But then I vault the window. How embarrassing. Humiliated, I go back to check on Steve and see Meg isn't there picking him up. Returning to Jeff, I discover she's there. She gets Jeff up, but immediately he gets downed again. Meg then injects drugs into Steve, and I wait for the effects to take place so I can reset his down. Heading back to Jeff, we repeat the same play as before. He gets back up, but falls victim to another trap. At least it was a different one this time, my guy. I kill Jeff and hook Meg, who uses deliverance as soon as I walk away. She's cute in the corner, so I smack her and go get Steve. We pick a good spot to watch him die. I try to tell her not to wiggle, but she doesn't listen. So I kill her and close the hatch in her face. R.I.P. Meg. It didn't have to be this way. Mother's dwelling. I find Yui pretty quickly and give her a love tap. She loops near Shack, and a quick mind game gives me an easy down and hook. Stupid bones. I spy a Claudette. And when I turn around, I spy another. I somehow find a chain around the rock and wonder what the fuck they're all doing here. Yui is free, but everyone else is injured, so I call that a nice start. Claudette steps into my trap and frees herself quickly. In my frustration, I punish the air. Then I decide I should hit her too. A quick hook and I'm on Jane's heels. She goes down quickly and I kick the nearby jet. Yui heads back to Shaq and steps into my trap. The fancy Claudette takes a hit and then runs behind a rock. I'm not sure why, but I take the down. Jane is in my face, then goes down by the main building. Fancy Claudette and Yui pop the gen in my face, but I down the Claudette nearby. The casual Claudette takes a hit and then does not make it to her pallet. I try to cut off this loop, but someone tripped it. I still got the down. Fucking bones. I get a fancy smack, and they pop the last gen as Claudette goes down. Rather than try to save her, they pop the door and leave. GG's. Fractured cowshed. I find 2 survivors in the corn, but Claudette just crouches before me, so I smack her one. She goes to a strong loop, but makes a major subpar play, and I reward her with a hook. Later at Shaq, I can hear her crying, "Please, when you're injured, quit hiding back here." Ace takes a hit, but Claudette doesn't run, so I slug her and continue to chase him. I down him in the cornfield, but no one ever picked up Claudette, so she gets her second hook in basement. Sorry, Claude. I find Nia and Ace gets saved, but Claudette doesn't. Nia evades me and I grab Ace off a gen. I find Nia again quickly and hook her as well. Jake finally does something, and frustrated, I decide I will kill him and spare Nia. However, she is a good teammate and wants to try to save him with the pallet, so I down her and wait. Nia? Unbreakable? No, leave him alone, he is mine. He tries to Kobe and succeeds, so in my surprise, of course I smack a barrel. I down him quickly and rehook him. After Nia and I watch him die, I want to carry her to hatch. She wiggles and I try to communicate not to, even threatening her with this hook. She seems to finally understand, so I'm successfully able to give her the hatch. GG's. That's it for matches 1 through 5. Stay tuned for matches 6 through 10 as I play Trapper 20 times.